rabbits. Salut mes petites lapins. So, we're doing the 6th new moon, which is the big solar eclipse one. And for this, we're doing the Tesla trap, which I'm going to post a web page on it so that you can better understand it later. And we're using the Nikola Tesla magic code number, which has a frequency trap, molecules of internal work, molecules of external work, and then a divine 9 element of how to get past it. So first of all, we're looking for your trap energy. There's the 2 cards for the trap. That was a spillage that I didn't require. So what's the divine 9, please? I just want 1 card, please. Oh, 2! Greedy, greedy rabbits. So, oh, little rabbit. So this deck is the molecules. So 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 4 is 8, 8 plus 8 is 16, which makes a 7, 7 and 7 is 14, which makes a 5. They're the molecule numbers, and 5 and 5 is telling you back to the trap's beginning. So we're looking for those numbers. We've done 1, we want card 2, card 3, 4 rather, card 5, 8, card 7, and then card 5, please, for the little rabbits. Card 5, please, for the little rabbit. That went a long way. Oh, and you've got 2, you cheeky things. And then we have the solution journey with the Muse deck. 3 cards, please, for the solution journey for the little rabbits. 1, 2. You're not taking that one because it didn't come down to the floor or the table. 1 more card, please, to the little rabbits. 1 more card, please. Can we please have 1 more card? 2 rabbits. So, and then we will have 1 more card, which is the solution that will come in a bit. So, we begin with, obviously in the numbers I gave you, 3 and 6 are missing. 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 6 is 12, which is a 3. And that's the trap. Here's your trap. It's so interesting. I'm just looking at it because it's a really interesting. So, your standstill is your 3 frequency, and it's a gateway. It's always a gateway, and you have to pass through this gateway to move forwards. But there's something about you not passing through this gate. It's the gate of Ishtar. Oh my goodness. Of course it's the gate of Ishtar. It's partners telling me it's the gate of Ishtar. All the other cards are telling me it's the gate of Ishtar. So the gate of Ishtar is the Babylonian gateway of love. There is a reading I did a while back, but it wasn't actually a reading as such. I had the cards, but I took them outside and I spoke about them there, and it relates back to, if you're searching, I think it's the 2nd of the 2nd 2020, it's all the 2s. So you could look that up. I'll try and remember to put it in the link, but I'm really rubbish at remembering to do that. You might have to do the work yourself. So you're at the gates of Ishtar. So the trap always within the gates of Ishtar is that you need to activate your heart's forgiveness, compassion, and then a hummingbird spirit turns up to let you through the gateway. Here you are. You've got the gateway and you've got the hummingbird spirit. So your trap is that you're somehow never activating your heart frequency correctly to get you through, to push you through that thing, that gateway, to allow the hummingbird to turn up. Okay, so let's look at your molecules. 1, 2, and 4 are your internal work as you're in this courtyard waiting to go through the next gateway. Rabbits, you are the most overly romantic sign I've ever done a reading for. So where do you begin? You begin in a state of heightened love expectation, which is beautiful. This is a card of co-creation. It's almost like you're writing a fairy tale for yourself. It's okay, all right. So your standards are too high. No, that's not true. That's not, well, it is, they're saying. So, right, so you begin in a dream world of love and romance, you know. The thing is, they're saying to me, Jane Austen, it's... So your energy frequency is, look, a Jane Austen story, oh, I can't, they're making me laugh too much. Right, a Jane Austen story... Stop it! A Jane Austen story involves always getting the romance, the man of your dreams at the end, but how you're creating a whole series of overthinking that creates problems for you, which is why you never fully open your heart and the hummingbird never comes out. And yet you feel like your heart is forever open. So that's the energy you start with. And then your next step is exactly... is exactly what we've just said. Overthinking. You're complicating. It's almost... You see, I want to say Ada Lovelace now. It's like your brain is computating formulas and maths and all these things that don't have any place in the world of romance. What are you doing, rabbit? Oh God, I can't, my eyes are weeping. So, anyway, the love frequency and your overcomplicated thinking has opened your gateway to get you through into the courtyard. You've just got to wait for spirit. And you're sitting there. There's an arrogance to this card that I've never, it's not, this is a really lovely card, but in the energy... Oh, I'm so sorry, rabbit. I've got to stop laughing. It's not funny, no, it's spiritual warrior. It's the 9 of Wands. It's a divine 9 number. But it's like you're standing there going, what the... Why is this not coming to me? Why am I still standing here? Always the bridesmaid and never the bride energy. Because you keep making it complicated. Oh, okay. There's a sense of, in your Austen mind, that they're still saying to me, there's a sense that you want everything your way. And that's not love. It's manipulation, rabbits. So, that's your internal part. How do you externalize? You're in this waiting mode, partly at the gateway, but partly because your expectations, as I said, are just too extremely high. So your first action in the real world, and this is kind of the idea of every time you meet somebody, it's like you're not just overthinking it, you're making everything so complicated for the romance to take shape. It's almost this a sense of manipulate. You're wearing people out, and yet it's fun. I mean, seriously, there is fun involved in this. You know, for all the notion of it being a little bit strange, it is fun. So the reason I'm saying it's fun is you enjoy yourself, rabbits. You enjoy yourself, but what you're not seeing is that actually your enjoyment is wearing people out, sort of. But look, when you're having your fun, it's bliss. I mean, what a beautiful card in your external work. It's like you go in, you got yourself a new partner and you organise everything for everybody, and then it's all absolute joy and bliss and sunshine and happiness and wonder, which is gorgeous. And then we run into, well, we don't run into, that's the point, you're not running into the hummingbird. The hummingbird is frozen. It's a statue. It's not alive. It's not moving. However, that doesn't seem to perturb you. So you've then got two cards. You've got the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands. I mean, this is like an ideal couple that's not ideal. They're from the same side of the fence in that they're both passionate, they're both fiery, and they're both fun-loving, and there's a sense of joyous freedom, the divine spark, but at the same time this ain't working. But every time it's like you go in full Austen mode, waiting for Mr. Darcy. And where does Mr. Darcy get you? It gets you back to this beginning of this high expectations and overthinking. And why is that? It's because Mr. Darcy can't live up to your expectations. You're not being fair on the other person's energy somehow. That's a bit harsh, especially after me laughing so much all the way through. So, what's the divine 9 energy that's coming in? Now we're getting serious because you've got the council. Kate Blanchett is here to solve things. Galadriel, sorry, Kate. These are beings that live on the 9th dimension and higher, and they create energy frequencies so far ahead in time, and this energy frequency is number 11 for her, is the earth grid. They've been sending a message down into the earth grid to fix this frequency in your energy field, and they're providing you with the medicine. It's about shedding of your skins, there's a snake, there's an eagle spirit here, there's a jaguar trying to remove karma for you, but there's also hummingbird, but this hummingbird at the top is awake. So this frozen hummingbird is awake. Look, I'm not saying it's going to unfreeze the hummingbird of your current partnership or your next partnership, I don't know, but the solution is coming. Maybe look at the spiritual wheel of the year, because by November everyone's having a bit of a jiggy time and you might like it, or it might offend your Jane Austenness. So 35. I'm sorry. They have to stop laughing. They're trying to make me laugh so much. I think what they're trying to say is that, yeah, you need some laughter to chill out a bit or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's go to your solution. Right, your solution began with the most beautiful card, which is the Hierophantrix. This is the moment that this eclipse is all building up to, when the earth grid becomes divine masculine and this divine feminine energy can finally sink into the earth. Maybe it brings you down to a calmer energy. Maybe you're being too I don't want to say divine, but just it's something about you settling into your own skin is what's coming. And you have the 5 of voices, the 6 of materials, and the 7 of materials. The reason I'm saying you've got them in that order is because it's 5, 6, 7. And actually the Hierophantrix is 5, and 5, 5 is the frequency, the 55, the master number of the new earth energy that we're heading towards. So you're on track. So just showing you those as a moment. It's 5, 6, 7 saying that everything's running together as it should be. So the council is sending you an olive branch to help you. The olive branch is the medicine. I'm not saying go and eat olives, obviously, or, you know, it's the fact that you're going to merge your 2 parts, your molecules with your consciousness as a Hierophantrix energy in the real world. The 6 of materials is to flow in balance, those 2 figures, but now you're fully alive and your love is much softer. And they're saying this is too fierce. This is too fierce. It's frightening, whereas this is blissful and joyful. And then you have the 7 of materials, which is, again, it's this energy of the council, just allowing everything to flow from source, from the galactic center of everything, to come down. Look, wedding bells, that must be exciting for you. But I want to say, as I always do with this card, look, she's got jackboots on. So it's not about having too high a standard. It's not saying to dress badly and get married, but it's pointing out that your ideals were too hard, too high, and too difficult to live up to. And this energy that's coming towards you will actually bring a completely different frequency to you. So let's just now ask what the outcome is. Well, aside from the wedding bells that we've already can hear ringing in our head, you might need to have a wedding bell. Sorry. God, this is the funniest reading I've ever done, or the most comical. I've never laughed so much. Thank you for that, Rob. 55, you are manifesting wedding bells. You're manifesting the future you're meant to have with the council. 11:55, you had Hierophant, 5 of voices, to voice yourself, to have your voice back, to be real, and you're manifesting all your dreams. But it comes after the eclipse, but you've got to do some work in the run-up. Maybe write yourself a list of all the things you want in an ideal man and then try and cut about 3/4 of them out. Okay. What's that?